Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I get to share something really great with you guys. Now, we were at Cape Disappointment exploring around all day, worked up quite the appetite, so we thought we would take a 2-mile drive into town where we are going to be eating at the depot. Outside of the depot, you'll find this clamshell railroad driving tour sign, and it's pretty interesting because you see the little sign that's right here on the front, the Sea View sign. Well, that is actually on the side of the depot building, and here it actually talks a little bit about how the railway started out. So a great historic stop, but inside this door is what we're really concerned about today. We're about to have something delicious. Now, the menu looks delightful from everything I saw online, and whenever we arrived, there's these gorgeous flowers all around. So this is aesthetically a really nice place to stop also. So get ready, guys. This is going to be a super fun one with a delicious ending. I can't wait to share what they have on the menu with you all. And today we'll be eating with Riley. So we'll be able to show you a variety of different options, and I cannot wait. Now, I do want to give a special shout out to Sandra. Sandra made today's meal possible. She saw that Riley was having a very bad time the other day, and she wanted her to find something comforting. And so this is what we selected, and I think it's going to be absolutely delightful. Now, inside these doors, they serve a variety of different things. The menu again looks delicious, so it is time. Let's go. We decided to eat on the patio area, and I'm really happy that we did because this is gorgeous coming back here. It is absolutely beautiful inside, and I like the fine art touches that they have, but look at this. This is delightful. And this is going to be such a wonderful place for us to have our lunch. Speaking of which, there's Riley right there. Let's go join her and see what's on the menu. Okay, so the menu has arrived, and I'm super excited because this is an extensive menu. As you can see here, there's a lot of different options going on, and in addition to that, Riley seems to have also managed to have one of these delivered, which is the dessert menu, and then after dinner sips. And then here you also have your non-alcoholic sips, and inside you have your beers and your wines, your bourbons, your whiskeys. Everything that we saw at the bar is available in a variety of different options here. Okay guys, there's so many different options on this menu, and they do have both the sea and land lovers kind of things, and so it's gonna be kind of a hard choice. They also have a couple of specials that sounded absolutely delicious. One is a steak kind of version, and then one is a rockfish. Both again sounded good, so what to get? This is the hard decision that we face anytime we come to a restaurant. Okay, Riley's decided what she wants. What are you getting, Riley?
I'm gonna get one of the specials. I think it was like a ribeye special with, I forget what, but Yukon Gold Yukon Gold potatoes.
Sweet.
So that's what I'm gonna get.
Now guys, I am still struggling. There are a lot of options, and that sounds really yummy, and I kind of thought I might do that also, but I don't know. I also kind of want their French onion soup because it sounds so good, and the description has won me over. Let me read this to you. It is not just a regular French onion soup. Nay, I say, this actually has caramelized onions, the beef broth. That sounds normal, right? But then there's a sherry reduction, and it's topped with sourdough croutons. Doesn't that sound delightful? Now, this is my problem. I really want this. That's not gonna be enough for me for a full meal though, so that means I would need something else. But this side of the menu is all full plates, and I can't. There's just too much food if I get both. So I'm looking at the small plates in addition to maybe the soup, but I gotta figure out which small plate sounds the best, and herein lies the issue. We have a plan. Riley mentioned this, and I thought it was a great idea. She's getting the steak. I want just a little tiny piece of the steak because, well, it's super good for me to eat steak from time to time just because of the iron that it has. And so I really kind of wanted that, but I didn't know if I wanted a full 14 ouncer. So I'm gonna take a little piece of her steak, and I am going to get the small plate up here, which is the Dungeness crab mac and cheese. Now, I thought this sounded delightful, but at the same time, a whole serving of mac and cheese by yourself, well, I did that a few weeks back, and oh my gosh, I was eating mac and cheese for 2 days. But I can split that with Riley and get the soup. So I'm going to get the small plate and the soup. She's going to get the special, and then we'll just kind of divvy it out family style. That's what we do best anyway, so this is going to be super good. Okay, the first portion of our meal has come out, and it's the bread. Now, this was not on here. This was not their fault. This was Riley's fault.
What did I do?
She got super excited about the bread because we were so hungry. And so, how's the bread?
I mean, it's bread. I think this is balsamic vinaigrette.
Ooh.
That's very delicious.
I'm excited. This is going to be a tasty bite to get us started. Okay, so now it's my turn. I have my bread right here, and I can't wait. Very good. A little bit of sweetness, not anything too crazy. A good, nice, soft bread. Perfect. This is gonna be a delightful meal. I can already see it. Yay! Okay guys, as you can see, the food has arrived. We just got a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top of the mac and cheese. Again, this is gonna be a crab mac and cheese. It's gonna be delightful. And Riley's over here getting everything set up, and oh my gosh, this is so much food, guys. But this is gonna be delightful. We have been out and about moving around and hiking all day, so this is gonna be just such a filling, delicious meal. Now, we are gonna do this kind of family style, so we have a couple of plates here that we're gonna maneuver around, and that way we don't have to worry about all of this being a lot, because I was telling you, these small plates, this is still very large. I couldn't have eaten this whole mac and cheese with that soup, and I knew that. So we came to a nice compromise, and oh my goodness, she's cutting into this meat, and it looked just falling apart. It looks so good. So I'm very excited. Let me get a few things going here on a plate, and then we'll talk about what I have. Okay, so this is my portion of the steak, and this is all I wanted right here was this little tiny piece, but there's a couple of the green beans and also a carrot here, and as you can see, everything just looks so moist and delicious. I can't wait. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut into this steak really quickly and give it a good little taste test. Okay, it's time, guys. I went ahead and cut this up, and Riley gave me a little bit of the blue cheese also to go on top. So I'm gonna taste this first. Very blue cheesy. I do like blue cheese. If you do not, this is not the sauce for you. This is delightful though. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a tiny bit of this onto one of the pieces of meat, and then here we go. That is so good. Okay, the steak itself is nice and juicy, but at the same time it has a very good crispy outer crust to it, filled with flavor. They have used some amazing seasoning on this, and when you complement it with the blue cheese, oh my goodness, it just makes for this powerful bite that's absolutely delightful. Now I'm gonna go ahead and have a piece of this carrot right here. Riley doesn't like carrots, so I will completely and totally benefit from this one. Oh, that's really yummy. Very tender. You can easily crunch through this one. It's not hard on the teeth. I know a lot of people don't like carrots because they think that it is. If it's cooked correctly, if it's cooked like this, you don't have that issue. This thing is delightful. Good seasoning, nothing too strong, but at the same time very fresh tasting. So perfect for summertime.
Okay, yeah.
Now for the green bean. Now this is a nice cut green bean. They have just capped off the ends of it just like I like. It looks like it might have a little bit of garlic on it. It does look very buttery and creamy and delicious, so let's see. Very fresh, little snap, not too salty, very, very good. Absolutely, highly suggest. Okay guys, now the thing I'm most looking forward to, potentially the crab mac and cheese. Now this looks super creamy. As you can see, it's just, oh yeah, this is gonna be delightful. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my plate. That way we're not dipping into this as a community tub, but oh my goodness, look at this. Ooh, this is about to be super yummy. It smells so good. I can smell the wonderfulness of the cheese. Now I think this has 4 different cheeses in there, and then it has the pieces of the crab, and then it has, I believe this is like a rotini kind of pasta. It may be just a spiral mac, but it looks spirally either way, but it looks so good. And I got a little bit of the crunchiness of the cracker crust on the top, and I can't wait. Look at this bite. Again, it has a little bit of that panko crust on there. We have a little string of cheese coming off the bottom. It's just so creamy and delightful. This is about to be so yummy in my tummy, I feel. And well, it's time. It's time. That is a good mac. Very creamy, and the cheeses that they have used really complement the crab. Now, a lot of times whenever you get a crab mac and cheese, sometimes it can go a little bit too of a seafoody, if you know what I mean. It has a very distinct flavor to it. This has the best of both worlds. It's a creamy mac, but also those little punches of crab, so it's delightful. Really like this. Probably one of the best crab mac and cheeses I have had, hands down. Now we're gonna move into our French onion deliciousness, and as you can see, the pot is one of those nice sized little pots. You can see the nice cheesy topper on here, and then the croutons, and as we push it kind of in, there goes that beef broth filling in. So what I like to do with my French onion soup is always kind of just like blend it a bit, because that way that little crouton at the bottom, I can break it up so I can get a bite of it in every single bite of the soup. Now, this just makes it so delightful to me. And as I'm doing that, you'll see those big pieces of onion that have just been soaking in all of that flavor right there. This is about to be so good. And it's time. It's time. Let's go with this. We have a little bit of the crouton. We have a little bit of the cheese trailing along with us. That has a little bit of sweetness to it, and that's a little different than some of the French onion soups that I've had, but it's very good. And there's something like a little bit unique about it. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but it's very good. And I'm gonna just try again this little crouton with just some of the broth. Maybe that's the part. We'll figure this out. The crouton itself is very delicious. It is very similar to a traditional soup. The broth itself, though, has a tiny bit of sweetness to it. And it could be from the kind of onions that they did, in fact, use. I really like this, though, and I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, but the description just sounded so delightful, and boy, am I happy I got this now. Okay, guys, with that said, I'm going to dig into this mac and cheese just a little bit more and help myself to some more of this wonderful soup and wrap up this meal. I'll get back to you guys to give you my final thoughts in just a few minutes, and we'll talk to Riley to see what she thought of everything also. And we'll recap it whenever we get out to the van. But for the time being, check out a few more of the views from around the restaurant. Okay guys, we just came outside to come and hang out with Tyson again, and oh my goodness, in my opinion, the food was delightful. What did you think overall?
I loved it. I loved it a lot.
It was definitely comforting and at the same time a good mix of surf and turf, I think.
Yes.
And we do have a to-go box because we couldn't eat it all. It was just really yummy, but it was really, really rich. Riley, if you had an opportunity to come back, would you come back again?
Yes, and the next time I would get the oysters.
Ooh! So, as you can see, it was a delightful experience. Everyone was so friendly and so kind here. We really enjoyed this. Again, this was a treat yourself, don't cheat yourself kind of moment. And so we spent a little bit more than we average would probably, but it was well worth it. Everything was delicious and amazing, and I would definitely come back here again myself. So if you have enjoyed coming along with us, make sure that you check out the Cape Disappointment videos, and then you can see some activities that you can also do in this area. I think you'll really enjoy it. I know that I have enjoyed this area, and I'm gonna be a little bit sad that we're moving north now. But remember guys, we are not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and places like this sure do make it easy because the menu was delicious. Till next time guys, bye!